112 pounds, and you're looking at unranked Josh Statum from Alabama, a state champion from Homewood High School there with 104 wins and 5 losses, and he'll be going up against a 3-time state champion from California, Brian Moreno, ranked number 4 in the country. He's out of Foothill High School in Tustin, California.
Moreno is undefeated this year, and he's in the red, the white uniform, let's say. It's coming in on him deep. Looks like Statum fought him off, but Moreno just keeps going in there on the double leg.
Yeah, he had a snag single and just pursued it, just ran it over. Now just trumps right into the legs.
You know what makes that 3-time California state champ even more impressive is they only have 1 division out there in California, and that's a lot of folks.
You wrestle a California boy, you lace your laces up real tight.
Over 200 victories in California for Moreno, only 18 losses.
He also took the Reno Tournament of Champions this year and was a runner-up the year before. Pretty impressive high school tournament in Reno, Nevada.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to watch Brian, and he is very quality, really good kid.
I saw him in the semis, and he was relentless.
Yeah, he's got great pursuit, great body position, and a lot of pressure. You're going to see, it looks like the kid's not doing a lot throughout his tournament, but he's just got great pressure all the time, as he's demonstrating now.
I should mention Statum, he was also undefeated this year in Alabama, which being in the South isn't as noted for quality wrestling yet, but it's growing.
I thought it was interesting. The check of the bracket indicated to me that there are 15 different states represented here in the finals, and I think that's a record probably for this tournament.
I think you're absolutely right, Brian.
I mean, we have Alabama and Georgia and Florida, southern states where wrestling's really growing.
Iowa's returned.
Iowa has returned.
Yeah.
2 finalists from Iowa.
Statum gets the escape. I'll make it 2-1 there. As I mentioned, he's well traveled. He went to North Carolina for the preseason nationals, National High School Coach Association, and the Cliff Keen tournament in Tulsa. Also traveled up to Nebraska.
Well, you got to give credit to a boy from Alabama like that in a relatively small high school as well, in the sense that you've got to travel if you're going to get better.
That's exactly right, and that's what you see more of.
Josh Statum of Alabama.
Moreno in on that good single again. He's just trying to turn the corner with time running out. No score.
And it'll be 2-1 at the end of 1.
Once again, Moreno with just that good pressure that he has. It just really plays havoc on the bottom man to try to get something going.
He may not be scoring any points right now, but he's wearing on the bottom man quite a bit.
Yeah, you really cook down there. When you have a guy cranking on you like this, you just cook fighting that Cold War.
I know, I've been in that bottom position a lot. It's not pleasant. But Statum also is a wide receiver in football, plays second base in baseball. So he's a diverse athlete.
Statum's going to have to get the jump if he wants to get out of here.
Right, if you're going to take down, don't sit there.
Yeah, exactly. And right there, he did change over just a little bit, but then he stopped. And you do that with a kid like Moreno, what you're seeing is what you're getting.
Yeah. I would have thought after the first go-around here, he just stood up right away. Down the tilt.
He got the 2 count because once you get a 1 count, when you go into a high bridge, you're still in criteria. No matter how high that high bridge is, you're in criteria, and the count continues.
And there's the 2 points to make it 4-1. Jerry Moore from Colorado, an excellent official. We've seen him here in other years.
This is just brutal, this style that Moreno's using. He's got both arms up over the head, both boots in. He's got now a half crank in, just trying to dump him off. It's brutal.
And there's the stalemate call with 29 seconds to go here in the second period.
He's very effectively controlling Statum on bottom. Statum, not many options when he's in that situation.
Well, he's ridden him for a minute and a half, and the bonus is he's gotten 2 back points as well. And you can score on top. That can erase a lot of other problems, and I haven't seen Moreno have any other problems.
Once again, Statum's
Stays down.
his problem. Yeah, he's almost out there. Now he's got head under Moreno. Really, really excellent position
15 seconds.
where he won't be able to score. Statum cannot score with Moreno in that position. That's rule book and very well schooled, well coached. Long as he keeps that head under the leg.
And the second period will end 4-1 in favor of 3-time state champ Brian Moreno.
Impressive. Very impressive. Very disciplined.
Okay, Statum's on top for the first time in this match.
Now we're seeing the same situation, except for Statum's head is outside the leg. Now, if Moreno can scoot, okay, if he would have scooted 1 hip to hip, that would have been 2. Statum's I'm sure he does have a plan. He's going to have to execute it because he's got 3 points to make up here as the top wrestler.
Well, it definitely looks like he wants to ride. He's not kicking him out, as they say, to try and score on his feet.
No, you're absolutely right. If he went this long, if he's approaching the 30-second mark, he's got something on top he wants to show us. Oh, it didn't work.
That makes it 5-1 now. Moreno's pretty well dominated his part of the bracket, except for his second round match with Kyle Russell, the state champion from Kentucky. Moreno winning a tight bout 3-2, and I've seen from experience Russell is very, very good. That's an impressive win when you're able to beat him. Moreno looking very confident now. 1 minute and 5 to go.
As you can see, he's real disciplined. He's in his stance, hard to take out. Just got hit for stalling, and then as the stalling call comes, so does a 2-point takedown.
Moreno came into this tournament.
Well, he was in a situation where he forced Statum to come after him, and that's always an attractive kind of position like that.
Exactly. There's always that sense of urgency. Once you get around the 1 minute mark, you're down. You've got to try to make things happen, and sometimes you'll pressure yourself right through giving up a takedown like that.
30 seconds.
Half minute to go now. Moreno comfortably ahead 7-1, and as disciplined and as solid as we've seen him the first 5.5 minutes, it's hard to believe that he's not going to be able to wrap this one up pretty much as he's done all throughout this tournament. And the escape makes it 7-2.
1 point escape.
He's
Got something in the bag here. It's time to bring it out.
Quickly. He's got to go. He's just going to let this ride out.
And he's our second champion here.
17,
Brian Moreno,
ladies and gentlemen, the final score.
the 3-time state champion from California, takes the title here at 112 pounds with a convincing 7-2 victory over unranked but very game Josh Statum.
They're in the replay. Statum just took a bad shot, and Moreno used his speed, go right behind him and get the 2. Just didn't make Jerry Moore look very good because he just got done hitting him with a stall call.